Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, HJ, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reacting to your Harry Potter fan theories. I previously have done a few videos like this on my channel, one of the more popular ones being when I took a look back after Secrets of Dumbledore came out at the fan theories of who Credence was before we found out he was Aurelius Dumbledore. But I've never asked you guys if you have any fan theories, what your favourite fan theories are, so we're going to be diving into that today. So feel free to stick around, hit the like button, subscribe, check you're subscribed, YouTube unsubscribed people. And without further ado, let's dive on in. So I asked for your fan theories on Instagram, and I belong to a few Harry Potter Facebook groups, and you guys came through and there are some very interesting ones. So let's go. First one being from Callie's Universe on Instagram. Hi. And they say that Crookshanks was the Potter's cat. Now, we have all heard this, that we all think Crookshanks, Hermione's cat from Prisoner of Azkaban, previously belonged to the Potters. And it kind of is backed up through Pottermore and everything when you read Lily's letter to Sirius about Harry after he gave him the little broom when he was younger, and she said he was terrorising the cat with it. And then you see the photo that they put up with him, this like kind of caricaturesque photo. And the cat looks just like Crookshanks. It's the same breed, it's the same colour. And I know Crookshanks is part Kneazle, and they have a 70-year lifespan, but I know he's only part Kneazle, so I don't know if that means it's halved or he doesn't have that long of a lifespan. I'm not entirely sure. So if he does have a longer lifespan, it could be a possibility that they found him after the Potters. He could have ran away, they found him, took him to the magical menagerie. He maybe heard Hermione and Ron talking about Harry. He's like, oh, I know a Harry Potter, and made a beeline for Hermione to get him. And when you think about it, how cool is this? That Crookshanks, who was James's cat, is helping Sirius and Lupin, who are James's best friends, to get their former best friend, Peter Pettigrew, because Crookshanks learned and knew that Pettigrew was the one who gave the Potters up, and Crookshanks was after revenge too. I mean, it would be totally a really cool plot point. I actually want this fan theory to be true. I don't think it is, sadly. But it's one of the best fan theories out there because there's a lot to back it up. Potter sub 1234. Every time you say Potter, you have to go Potter. Potter. Famous Harry Potter. Says Arthur Weasley created the magical clock, and I did message them and they meant the Weasley's clock that they have that everyone loves and would love one in their house. Like, I really want one. And I actually think this could be very valid because he made the car fly. He's so interested in Muggle artifacts and trying to make them magical. So I have no doubt that Molly was like, we need to keep track of all these kids. We have too many kids. How do we know what they're doing? And Arthur went, I know. And made this whole clock just to keep track of all those kids. Because how are you supposed to know where they are at all times? There's 7 of them. I couldn't keep up with them all. So I generally think Arthur made it as a present for Molly to be like, here's how you keep track of all your children, dear. Good luck. Kesley Bondard, this was from Facebook, says Harry's glasses are enchanted, allowing Dumbledore to see everything Harry sees, and that's how Dumbledore knew what happened to Quirrell when Harry touched him, and about Neville standing up to the trio when they went after the stone. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think Dumbledore knew Quirrell was off from the start because there was no need for all those traps or anything because he knew Quirrell couldn't get the stone. I think Dumbledore knew straight from the off that something was not right with Quirrell. That's why he asked Snape to watch him and keep an eye on him. And I think Dumbledore knows everything, and he obviously knew Quirrell was after the stone. And the part about Neville, I don't know. I think someone could have just stumbled across him when they came downstairs in the Gryffindor common room at night. They heard a commotion, or they heard them, or they just woke up because they wanted to go downstairs, they couldn't sleep, and then they see him there and they contact the professor, and then the Petrificus Totalis him, they do something to him, and he says it was Harry, Ron and Hermione who was standing up for himself. So I don't think Harry's glasses are enchanted. Bob Vincent, this is another one from my Harry Potter Facebook groups, said Child's Play, which if you don't know is a horror film and it's Chucky, exists in the Wizarding World. Chucky found a voodoo variant on creating Horcruxes and terrorised young Andy Barclay under the guise of an innocent good guy doll. I have found evidence to support this. There's a hidden Deathly Hallows symbol in Child's Play just after Eddie Caputo is blown up by Chucky. I will insert the photograph now. And if that is true, that gives me the, like, I'm not a big fan of dolls in a way. Like, the Annabelle doll didn't scare me, obviously, because it looked evil from the off. If it looked like the original doll in Annabelle, I would be more scared. But when I look at Chucky, he just makes me want to be sick. Like, I look at him and I pit my stomach and I'm going, like, I feel like I'm gonna vomit and I don't know what it is. So I've never seen any of the Chucky films because I don't want to. But based on the fact that I've seen that photo when I was writing this down, it is actually very creepy how it does look like a Deathly Hallows symbol. And I mean, anything can cross into any universe nowadays, so it could be plausible. Okay, Paul Fletcher, which is another one from Facebook, said, the house cup for the year Harry was at Hogwarts results are void due to Snape and Dumbledore's award and taking of points. In fact, as professors are hugely biased, the house cup gets scrapped forever. Well, I don't know if that's a fan theory, more like they want it to be a statement that they think the house cup points and everything is stupid. I generally think teachers can be a little bit biased, but I honestly think they take points and give points for valid reasons. Snape, he'll just give points to Slytherin, we know that. Snape would probably just take points off for any stupid thing. You spill one wrong ingredient in these class, that's right, 1,000 points from Gryffindor for spilling that flux weed all over my floor. I do think sometimes the house cup is a bit like, there's not really other mentions of it, so there's not really anyone going, we've got to win the house cup, we've got to win the house cup. It's like they're not even really bothered by it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Should the house cup be null and void? Let me know in the comments. Danny Sullivan says, magic is a mutated aspect of the Force. Now, I am going to get a lot of hate probably for this. I've seen one Star Wars movie in my life. I know what the Force is. Use the Force, Luke. I know what it is and I know what it does. Hear me out. A muted Force? Excuse me, like, I know people can use the Force and all different, like, use the Force and you've got your lightsabers and things like that. It's, like, I don't think it's that muted. It's like, you can do non-verbal spells, you don't even need your wand to do spells or any of that sort of stuff. I think they're maybe equal. I don't think one is more muted than the other. I think they all have, it's different. They all have different ways, aspects of using it. Maybe it's in the same universe. The same as Chucky. Who knows? But I don't agree with that. I think they're both just as equally strong. Depends how you use it and what you use it for. Leslie Least, I think that's how you say it, says that Lily is Hermione's cat. So Lily is either an Animagus or Maledictus, people. As much as you'd love that to be true, I don't think she is. I think she is sadly gone. But how cool would that be? I honestly think if she was an Animagus, she would have revealed herself to Harry and not kept him. I know she might have to keep up the guise for Voldemort, so obviously he would still have to stay with the Dursleys, and maybe at the end she just goes, it was me all along, I've helped you. But if she was a Maledictus, that would be quite cool. To be fair, how she couldn't actually tell Harry who she was because she was stuck in the form of a cat. Considering the fact that Crookshanks knew of Sirius in his Animagus form, they knew that Peter had an Animagus form, and they were chasing him because obviously he's part Measle as well, so can sense things. A mother's instinct can sense if someone's bad or someone's good. So I would like to think that Lily is a Maledictus and she is Crookshanks in disguise. I've never heard the fact that someone said Lily is the cat, so I've never heard that one before, but it could be my new favourite as well. Mateus Anthoas, I think. I don't know how you say your name, I'm sorry. Oh, this one I read and it's actually really a bit dark. Besides murder and an unknown spell, Rowling always admitted the way to make a Horcrux includes some sort of disgusting, horrifying ritual/act. She never went into detail as she thinks it's too shocking. Some fans suggest cannibalism. Alright, Hannibal Lecter, here we go. Personally, I think this is partially true because making a Horcrux means you have to rip your soul into pieces and detach a piece from your body. I think you have to consume a soul to make up for the part you've lost. So basically you have to perform the Dementor's kiss as a human to another human. Soul cannibalism instead of flesh cannibalism. As a human, you are taking someone's soul away from them you're taking someone's soul and then you're replacing it with your soul to make up for the fact that you've killed someone and someone's lost their soul. That is actually I've never actually really heard that, I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard that there was a sort of weird ritual to, apart from obviously killing someone, and then you put your piece of your soul in there because they've lost their soul and so you're replacing it into this object. But I've never heard of it having some sort of disgusting ritual act as well to follow it. It is essentially like cannibalism. You're taking something, you are detaching a piece of your soul, you have killed someone, you rip a piece of your soul out, and because they've lost their soul, so you're replacing it with yours. This is all like, oh my god. I'm gonna have to think about that, but I think that's very valid. What do you guys think about this one? Let me know in the comments. I'm so sorry. Says, Harry's birthday gifts from the Dursley represent the Deathly Hallows. The toothpick was the Elder Wand, the Kleenex was the invisibility cloak, and Vernon's balled up socks was the resurrection stone. It could have been like a cute, little foreshadowing moment versus presents over the years, because obviously a Kleenex, you don't know, was like a tissue. So you can fold it to make that point. You can fold it to make like a triangle. And then obviously the stick goes in the middle, being the Elder Wand, and the bunched up socks being resurrection stone in there. So if you do take all them and apply them to each other, you can lay them out and they will make the Deathly Hallows symbol. So maybe it was like a little bit of foreshadowing. Yeah, I'll take that. Maybe it wasn't like a theory. I mean, it's like a little theory, but maybe it's more like she was hinting a bit. And one of the last ones was, magic isn't real. Clearly a muggle trying to bring us down. No, I'm joking. I asked what they meant by that, and they said, you can't prove magic's real, I can't prove it's not. But everyone believes in magic in their own way. Like for me, when I have deja vu, I feel like that's a little bit like magic of me trying to recall something, and the thing that, how it happened as the exact same thing as previously. Like that's not normal, that's got to be something. And I also believe when coincidences happen, that's a little bit of magic. Like if I speak a setting and then I go and speak to someone else and they bring up the same thing, I think that is pretty weird when there's coincidence. And I also think that's magic a little bit. You believe in magic, you believe in magic. If you don't, you don't. We just don't. We let people live how they want to live and let them believe what they want to believe. And that's just the way the world works. And I think those little things I've mentioned, to me, I think they're little signs of magic. So that's it for this video, guys. That was your Harry Potter fan theories. What one of those theories do you think is most credible? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have your own fan theories and you want to let them be known, again, type in the comments below. I'll have a look. I will answer them for you. So remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.